just taking the garbage out, grabbing the mail, and remembering a phone call from last week that I wanted to touch on. Plus, I'm going to show you what 15 years of intense sacrifice looks like. That's my house. 15 years of not buying myself shit so that I could, buy a house and buy lots of rental equipment and make a good living. But yeah, that's my house. Earlier in this week, a new event venue called up. They actually just got completed, I think in February. And they called seeing what kind of chairs and stuff we had. The gist of the phone call was they want discounts because they think they're gonna, be doing so much business with us. And I wasn't actually the one on the phone. It was the office manager, and she didn't actually outright say she was from a business yet, but he could kind of tell. So afterwards, we looked up the phone number, and it was a business. It's called Breezes. It's an event venue, and they're interested in chairs and dishes and things, but they're gonna be doing so much business with us that they want discounts. And the office manager said, we don't really have discounts at this time, or whatever. She seemed kind of mad, and then she goes, okay, well, it's good, at least good to know that there's somewhere I can get something last minute if I need. And he said, yeah, definitely, as long as we have it. It's all subject to availability. And then she got a little more feisty and was like, yeah, that's the problem, subject to availability. So basically, it's like she kind of just thinks that we should have stuff on our shelves just waiting for her to call, which that's not the way we should operate. We should operate by people want something, they put it on a deposit, and we give it to them. We're not just waiting for things until that weekend to see if people want them. I want to get this stuff out guaranteed to the people who need it and want it and give us advance notice. Sure, if we have tables and chairs or dishes just sitting around and she calls, we will do everything we can to get them to her. But we're not just waiting for her, begging for her business. But beyond that, this whole discount thing, people think they're going to do so much business with you. And it's up to you what you think so much business is. Over 14, 15 years of doing this, no one really does that much business with you consistently. Most parties, they don't need anything from you. I only got 2 or 3 caterers that do consistent, all the time business every single weekend, 3 times a weekend. With us, yeah, those people get like special treatment and discounts on things and sometimes free delivery, like, cool things for them. Not the person who calls you 3 times a year. And yeah, they may spend $5,000 with you, but in the gist of the size company that I currently am, $5,000 is not big business. I can go do that, set up a tent on a Wednesday and make twice that amount at a wedding. I'm not trying to be like, whatever, braggy or whatever. I'm just saying like, big business with someone is all relative. And these people aren't going to even do $5,000 worth of business. They're going to get 100 chairs here and 100 chairs there, for out on their patio. They just think they're awesome. I've met these people before. They don't know that they were calling my company, I think, or they didn't even know that I owned a company when I met them. But they're dickheads. They think they're awesome. But anyways, so I told the office manager what to do if that happens again, or if this lady calls back. So she did call back again. She talked about discounts, and what I told him to say is, oh, actually, we do have discounts for caterers, event venues, and wedding planners. And she's like, oh, really? Great. And he goes, yeah, but you have to reach a certain level of business with us first to prove that you are actually doing big business with us. All of the lights are going off. And she's like, okay, great. What is it? She was expecting something little or whatever. And he goes, you have to reach $50,000 of business with us before you start getting discounts. And she was like, oh, okay, I see. All right, good to know. I don't know how I came up with this. I think I was coming up with this just to be like, someone wants a discount and then we say $50,000 and they're like, oh, okay, wow, this is a big company. This is a legit company. And then they shut up or whatever. But it's actually worked in a different way. It does do that. It shows them that you're like a big company, and in order to do business with them, you have to be serious. And it also is like a very, very, very polite way to say, no, we're not giving you a discount because we don't like you and you think you're bigger than you are. It's just saying we're not giving a discount to you because you haven't reached that threshold yet. And they are understanding more. Like, she was very nice after we told her $50,000 was the limit you needed before you started getting any discounts. And I don't know the whole psychology in it, but when we say that to people, their demeanor towards us changes and they're more polite and they don't just expect us to bend over for them. Maybe anyone out there with a psychology degree, let me know why us telling them the threshold is $50,000, they turn into a nicer customer to us. I don't know. Anyways, that's how we handle discounts with like event venues and wedding planners and caterers and stuff, and anyone who thinks they're going to be doing big business with us. And it's developed into this polite way to say no without being actually saying no, and it's been working out. I made another video about discounts before, but this lady just called a few days ago, and the first interaction with her wasn't good, but the second one was once we gave her the threshold. So that's it. Just thought I would share that. Thanks for watching.